welcome to this brief video on Single Touch Payroll. I'm Naomi.
And I'm David, and we hope that this video will be able to help you to get started with Single Touch Payroll, or STP for short. One question we won't be able to answer is why it's called Single Touch Payroll. That's still a mystery to us. If anyone is able to run their payroll with a single touch, please let us know, because this would be very impressive. What we'll try to cover is a brief introduction to Single Touch Payroll for small businesses, but remember that each of your businesses is unique and will have its own specific requirements.
Yes, so if you have any questions or queries, please get in touch with us directly and we'll be more than happy to help. Okay, David, let's get back to basics. What exactly is Single Touch Payroll, or STP?
Single Touch Payroll is an initiative by the government, is essentially digitising the payroll process for both employers and employees in order to improve information flow to the ATO. Single Touch Payroll changes the way employers report on employee payments, such as salary, wages, PAYG withholding and superannuation. STP sends tax and superannuation directly to the ATO every payday, helping the tax office keep a closer eye on employers and protect workers from bosses who fail to pay super. The most significant effect will be on the superannuation. Previously, this was done annually via the PAYG summaries or group certificates. It will now be reported to the ATO with every payday. Importantly, the way that PAYG withholdings, GST and super are paid to the ATO will not change.
How does it work?
Well, it's very simple once implemented. You will pay your employees as per normal, which is depending on your payroll, weekly, fortnightly or monthly, and give them a payslip. As you run your regular payroll, your STP-enabled payroll software sends a report directly to the ATO, which includes required information such as salaries, wages, PAYG withholding and super.
Okay, so STP has been on the cards for quite a while now, isn't that right?
Yes, absolutely. And larger businesses, so those with 20 employees or more, will already have to have been using Single Touch Payroll since the beginning of the last financial year. The ATO, however, found that many small businesses weren't ready for Single Touch Payroll and has extended the deadline to 30 September 2019. What this basically means, if you're a small business, importantly, is that if it gets to mid-September and you still haven't organised your Single Touch Payroll, it's time to start thinking about applying to the ATO for an extension or ask us to apply for one on your behalf.
So, what are the benefits to business owners?
I personally think one of the biggest benefits that will come from this for small business is that it will energise owners to make that upgrade to cloud-based accounting software such as Xero or MyOverCountRight. A recent survey commissioned by Intuit of over 500 small businesses found that converting to payroll software saved them more than 2 hours per week. The other functions of these systems can save even more time. One of my personal favourites is that statements are emailed automatically to clients with overdue invoices. Perhaps the biggest advantage that we see here of clients moving to cloud-based accounting software is that we as tax agents and bookkeepers are able to access your file at any time. We can go in, check for errors, or even do your bookkeeping for you. On top of this, you're no longer required to generate and distribute payment summaries to employees at the end of the year, so that should save some time. They now have what's called an income statement, which will go automatically to MyGov. And lastly, you can onboard new employees a little more quickly and easily, as the old tax file number declarations and super choice forms are going to be available online.
Can you explain the different options for business owners?
Well, if you're already using a large bookkeeping provider such as MyOverCountRight or Xero, Single Touch Payroll will be easy to set up and use. As part of this process, there will be a call to the ATO involved to register a thing called your software ID. Peter Vickers Business Group is a MyOver Xero partner, so if you choose to use this software, we can assist you with any queries you may have. If the outlay for a cloud-based subscription software doesn't fit your current budget, there are many low and no-cost options available. Some of our bookkeepers here at PVA are currently recommending Reckon as their favourite option for this, as they're a fairly well-known software provider. And they've got an app that is free, a mobile app, and which will cover micro-employers, so 1 to 4 employees, or a $5 subscription that will do payroll for unlimited employees. These solutions are payroll only, so they don't do any of your other accounting functions. Of course, there's always the option to pass on your bookkeeping and payroll duties to one of our bookkeepers at Peter Vickers Business Group, and we can report on your behalf.
What about our clients that own their own business and we work out their salary at the end of the year? These clients won't know their salaries until their profit is determined.
Well, that's a great question, because this is the situation for a lot of our clients here. There's very good news here, which was a relief to a lot of tax agents in the build-up to this STP. Owners of a business and their immediate family members are excluded from these Single Touch Payroll requirements. The ATO defines these employees as closely held payees, and you'll be able to submit a PAYG summary for them at the end of the year after we've determined the year's profit and salary as per usual.
It's important for business owners to know that whichever option they choose to be compliant with the ATO requirements, they need to connect their accounting process to the ATO portal.
Yes, as we touched on earlier, this will involve a call to the ATO, or as one of our bookkeepers, Emma, let me know, sometimes more than one call. She found that they had to make one call for the business itself to connect their software ID, one for the tax agent, and one for the outside bookkeeper. So 3 calls to the ATO for the one small business. However, once again, we're happy to make these calls to the ATO on your behalf.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. What is Single Touch Payroll?
Well, basically, it's a new digital way for payroll information to be reported to the ATO. It sends a report directly to the ATO with each payroll, including information such as salaries, wages, PAYG withholding, and superannuation guarantee liabilities.
How do business owners get set up with STP?
Well, like as we mentioned earlier, if you're on one of the cloud-based accounting software systems already, just click the STP button and follow the instructions. Should be easy. If you're still using Excel, a paper system, or some other non-STP compliant method, once again, we're going to strongly recommend you seriously consider taking this opportunity to upgrade to cloud-based accounting software. If you want to stay with your old system, then we're currently recommending looking into the Reckon app for the 1 to 4 employees, or one of the other low or no cost options that are available.
That's great. Thanks, David. Well, the good news is there's plenty of support available to help employees get set up with Single Touch Payroll. We at Peter Vickers Business Group have been helping our clients become STP compliant and ensure that they have the correct system in place. We also have bookkeepers who can help you get started with payroll and any other financial support you need, so you can focus on growing your business. It's important to remember that each business is unique and there isn't one size fits all solution when it comes to payroll. We work with you to understand your specific business needs, so please don't hesitate to get in touch and speak to one of our bookkeeping or accounting experts.